Welcome back to Discing with Dale. I'm Dale, and today we're going to play some disc golf in the wind. It's hoping to get windy. Today it's windy in Southern California, so as you can see by there in my chalk bag, we're going to play a little round in the wind, Oak Grove disc golf course in Pasadena, or La Cañada Flint Ridge technically. And I'm going to wear out my putt. And now it's coming at me, so I want to aim lower on the basket. But, you know, maybe closer to the basket. There we go. And the wind is going to lift those putts like that. Like that would have been low on a regular day. On the putting green, you want to have a chalk bag. Grass, you can pick up some grass or dirt from the ground in order to really tell where the wind is coming from, because that is going to affect your putts greatly, and more importantly, it's going to affect your mentality and how you're approaching the disc golf course on a windy day. If you ever come out to Oak Grove, this won't be the first tee. I'm going over to the back nine. This lighting's great. I'm going over to the back nine because not only is it more open, you'll be able to see the effects of the wind on my shots, my shapes, my choices, my disc selections. But also, a bunch of people just walked up to hole number one. You want to choose discs that are not going to flip on you, which means they're going to have the intended flight without the wind pushing them off the flight path that you've envisioned for it. Number 9 here is 240 feet, straight ahead behind that little curvy tree. Kind of like that. Woo! Hole number 10, 301 feet, straight ahead. Crave. So for these little upshots, you don't want to overthink them, but you also don't want to underestimate them. You want something super overstable, which for you non-disc golf nerds means it's going to, because I'm right-handed, it's going to come out and hard left. Hard left. It is not unheard of, first YouTube putt, to putt with a mid-range when it's windy. After that stellar putt, we've come to hole 11. 284, dog leg left. We're gonna wanna punch something out there and have it come pretty hard left. We're gonna go Photon Servo and a little bit of hyzer. Like that. Well, a little bit of a park chop. Not really getting to show a lot of putting prowess yet, but we will, because we have officially entered the desert holes. Welcome, folks. Hole number 12. 297, dead straight ahead. OB fence line, all the way to the corner on the right, and back behind the basket. So we're gonna go with the hex on a full pump down the middle. Need to heed my own advice. Check the chalk bag, make sure it's not a headwind. We may need something a little bit more powerful. So it is pulling. Oh, it's just swirling. Well, that was based. The weight of a disc is in grams for all, again, you non-disc golf nerds. A heavier disc will fly better in the wind. I'm not gonna say more true to its flight, but it will fly better because it won't be as affected by the wind as a lighter disc would. Even though this seems like an easy putt, I don't want to underestimate it. We made it to a complete headwind hole. There it goes, right towards you guys. 333 feet, dead straight ahead on hole number 12. I'm going to go full distance driver on this because of this headwind, and I have to make sure I throw nose down so that the disc doesn't get pushed up and go OB. OB. I was stupid. I should have gone something more stable, safe side out to the left. Now I've got an OB stroke. Let's try to get up and down for bogey. We're gonna putt with the deflector, same shot we threw up with, and we're gonna try to make this. These little putts are a lot harder, so it's a headwind coming right at me. This is gonna float up a little bit. Woo! See that float up? See that rise? Whoop, as I drop my mini. Got it. Now we've flip-flopped, and we are luckily with a tailwind. When the disc is going into a tailwind, it's going to rise up. It's going to go a little bit further than it would usually for you, so it can make you feel nice and strong. Hole 14, 331, and it's a double island, so you need to land short before that tree, or hopefully slide underneath it, get closer to the basket. Photon servo again, and just throw it flat and let it ride. That needs to get down. I think we may have gotten saved by the bush. Pretty calm. Going to the left a little bit with the wind. So while the wind is not as bad as we come into the next couple of holes and kind of go back into the woods, it still affects the shots, such as this hole where I have to go up and over the trees, the bushes, in order to get to a good spot to approach on this par 4. Hole number 15, par 4, 435, playing to 16's basket, and that just got destroyed by the wind. But we made it over, didn't go OB to the left. Everything along the left side is again another fence line. The whole course is a nature preserve past the fence line there. So if you do lose your disc, be kind out there. Down to right here. Basket is up over there under the canopy of trees. I'm gonna put you guys right here. We're gonna do a little flex forehand with the resistor. Not exactly what we wanted. All right, because of that subpar forehand, we are left with not much of a putt. We are going to try to go over the tree and just get it close to the basket as I make it more difficult on myself. All right, let's just go up. Oops. Bogey. Hole number 16, also a par 4 in the long position. We're going to want to take something straight out, overstable, because it is another headwind, and end up on the left side over in that opening up there, because the basket is over on the right, kind of hidden behind a bush. When I say nose angle, I'm talking about when you're gripping your disc, and you all can say whether my thumb placement is how you like it or not, but you want that to be slightly down so that the wind doesn't push it up. Thanks to the awesome ricochet off that picnic table, we're actually in a very decent spot. The regular hole tee pad is right there. It's important that you don't base your skill level off the windy days, those games, because when those windy days happen, you're probably going to play less polished than you usually would. It's a little bit crazy out here, but it's more fun. Wind is just slightly left to right. Thank you. So we made it to hole 17, 205 feet straight ahead. Even par. You know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna pump this watt out straight and have it come back and splash some chains. So low. Well, I hope these tips, not necessarily tricks, there's no outplaying Mother Nature, have been helpful for you guys, because I'm a firm believer of playing when you feel like it. So if it's crappy weather outside, rain, sleet, snow, super winds, I think you should still go out and play. Still getting used to the new putters. Putt through the trees. All right, folks, hole 18. Straight ahead, 318. Over on the right just a little bit. We're gonna go with trail, pump it flat, hopefully have it finished right in the middle of the fairway. Got a little lucky on that side. Wind played with it a little bit. Looks like it actually helped me and pushed me down because I was a little high on my release. For my last tip is to not get frustrated. Honestly, that's the most important thing, because you're out here having fun. And that's what I want to be all about on my channel, is fun. And hopefully some comedy. Oh, all right, daylights for even par. Well, that has been playing in the wind with Dale. And this has been disking with Dale with bonus hole.